Yeah, welcome to all of you to this little workshop about dreams. So I'm happy that a few of you are here, and I will start sharing my screen with you. We have these three realms. So when you see here the Earth, and this is a very old picture, it's actually from the original teaching still, so I haven't changed that. So we sleep here somewhere, and it's night time. And then we get influenced by three realms. So we have the light field, we have the earth plane, and we have the demon realm. So going back here, it's like these 16 families that are around, they influence. So you can think of it like, I don't know how spiritual you are, but some people say, oh, I'm connected to the Arcturians, I'm connected to Sirius, I'm connected to this and that. So you can see that a little bit like this, yeah? So let's say here we have the Arcturians, here we have the Pleiades, and so on. So they're all around, and they all have their program because you belong to them, kind of. So this is what it says here. They all have a program, and they program us in different ways. So for example, the light fields, as you saw in the previous slide, is surrounded by these crystals of consciousness. So we all have a connection to one of these bundles, these crystal bundles, and you get touched by the Godhead. I don't know if you have listened to the telepathy tapes, but if you have, I don't know which series it was, but these autistic children, they describe very nicely there the scene which is called On the Hill. So during the night, they go on the hill, and a lot of wisdom teachers also in the past, they always said, I go on the hill. Some of them really went onto a mountain, but others just went there like with their consciousness, you can say. So, but if you haven't listened to the telepathy tapes, just listen to them, and there you will find this scenery of On the Hill. And on the hill, these children, they meet these godheads or these light beings from the light field who collect information. So during the night, when you're unconscious, it's kind of they read your data, and they also provide data so that you're equipped for the next day. And the light field, I will say that again, but just for you to already have it, they code us with sound. So when you, for example, hear a specific sound, most of the times you hear this shortly before you wake up. It's kind of like can be like a bell, can be just a word someone is saying to you in your dream, but it is frequency. So they code us with frequency. And it is like, according to the teaching from Ra-Uru, from the human design, it is sometimes that when you then during your waking state hear that sound, that program gets activated. Yeah, it's so kind of like you get a new gift. It's kind of you get a new, yeah, like a new ability, you could say. Yeah. Then we have the earth plane, and this is a tough one because it's the astral plane. Yeah, it's 4D. And it's basically all the humans who are awake while you're sleeping. So they, because again, I don't know how spiritual you are, but we're all interconnected. It's just we're one, basically. Yeah. So I like to explain that with physics. So we contain out of atoms. This is what you all learned at school. Yeah, so but also here the air in front of my face and like the table and the desk and everything is out of atoms. So between this hand and here my computer, there is no emptiness. It's all full. It's full of atoms. So meaning between me and you, there is nothing. It's like it's constantly. So we're all one. We're all kind of like diving in this ocean of atoms, you can say. We're all the same. So meaning then when all the people on the other side of the world while you're sleeping, let's say, I think this is probably here America. So when the people on the other side, like in Asia, depending what they are thinking and feeling, this would influence the people here on this side of the planet. And also how the earth plane could also affect us is that we have people who are very conscious already, and they can go into dreams. Yeah, so they can come into your dream and they can provide messages. But they can also manipulate you. Yeah. So, and this all happens during the dream state, because then you're unconscious and you, as we saw, you have no willpower, you have no conscious control over your thoughts. So someone else can just place a thought within you. Then we have the demon realm, and it sounds very dark, but this is just the word that Ra Uru has chosen. So the demon realm is influencing directly from within the earth. So here, yeah. So these crystal bundles that you can translate with inner earth beings or elementals that are deeply, deeply connected to the earth. And actually they help us to sustain our body. So the demon realm is really this realm where we get influenced by the elementals, by the earth, and they actually want to help us to sustain our body, to replenish during the night. So these are actually good, or if you want to call it like this. It says demon, but actually these are the good guys. Right. And Ra Uru always said, don't be fooled by this cinemascope entertainment of dreams. It's all an illusion. And I want to quote my daughter, and when she was very young, she had like a lucid dream, and she woke up in the morning and she was in the bathroom and she looked at me, she said, "Mommy, I had a dream." And I said, "Yes." "Yeah, it was a real dream. It was real, real." And then she went quiet and she asked me, "But how do we know if this here is a dream or the dream when I was sleeping was a dream?" Because it was so real. Yeah. So she's right. So for all of you who already had a lucid dream, it is so real. I don't know if you had one. I had many. In lucid dreams, when you touch something, when you hug something, or when you hug someone, when you talk to someone, it is like here. It is really like here. So and I also came across, unfortunately, I couldn't find the name again, which is a guy who went into a coma, and he thought he was dreaming. Yeah, so he was little, he went into a coma because he had an accident. He lived a whole life thinking it was just a dream. Yeah. And then he came back. I mean, in this life, it was just maybe 3 months, but there it was a full life that he lived, and they could track it back because it was in a parallel time. Yeah, so I think he was from the UK, and this life was in Africa. So it was incredible to hear that story as well. So dreams are very, very powerful. And you can see